I don't even know if we hear. Oh yeah, okay.
We're started on the video. We're starting that. Let's hit play here.
It started? You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure that's started. Now wait. Now we're recording here. Oh my god! I didn't even test the mics. Hello. 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 There we go. What a nightmare. I have to be everything: a sound engineer, a genius, a coach, psychologist.
He does not.
These babies. Welcome to Cancelled. We'll probably have to change the name since Erik probably quit. That's the feeling I get. And once we get rich and famous, he'll want a third of it. Kiss my balls. Did he quit?
Yeah, I don't think he quit. Yeah, I think he was busy this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, but
I just have the feeling like he's afraid.
I mean, we're all afraid. I've actually been filtering myself. Believe it or not. Like, I'll just watching what I say. Like I told the girls at work, I just, yeah, like I said, I'll definitely think before I speak now, because we never know who's listening.
What? Well, what the fuck then? That's how does that help us? Who wants to listen to that shit?
I don't fucking know. I mean, Joe Rogan doesn't say ridiculous shit.
This is like the worst. I think we're on fucking. We're not even connect the GarageBand. We're like talking into the computer mic. Keep going though.
You whore.
Everybody
fucking connect. Oh my god.
Oops. I think I'm trying to talk to the mic, but nobody cares. Hello, hello. Hello,
It
hello.
looks like I have to fucking start over now.
People love it.
Alright.
Yeah, use it. Wait, start. And record. Hello, hello.
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Fucking.
We're back.
We're talking for like 3 minutes and fucking this asshole doesn't have anything connected to his computer.
Welcome to Cancel, the most fucked up, terrible audio show and content on the web.
Welcome to episode 5, right? 5.
I don't know. It might be episode 1 of Racist Radio because Erik's not getting a third of this shit. He's not going to show up and quit and be a scary little bitch. I'm angry. I'm just an angry person.
We're all angry, honestly. How does the would you say you go to see a psychiatrist?
How dare you?
Isn't that what it is?
Personal business. Yeah, I guarantee your microphone's gonna fall over. But that's and also if you're touching it, every time you touch it, it makes like a.
Oh,
so you gotta put it. Let's put it on it. Let's get a.
I mean, I'm touching the cord. That's it. I'm not touching.
No, every time you're gonna shake it and fuck it and pump it and jump it. Let's give you a little. Put it right there.
Oh my god. Now the viewers can't see my face.
Okay. See your face.
My face. Just leave it. It's fine.
All right, fine. Just if I'm here,
it's fine.
It's gonna be banging the entire time. I hate you, Johnson.
It's
I
not
actually hate you.
Short impression.
It's making noise right. I guarantee you. Okay, as long as you don't. Right, and put the cord like somewhere so not if you're rustling the cord.
Yeah, it's like.
No, like don't. Oh my god, kill me now. The worst podcast in history.
It's not touching. It's not touching.
So take the cord and take it off your balls, and put it like on the floor so that when you move, as a humans do. No, not that. There we go. That it won't rustle.
Oh, look at that.
Voila.
Yeah, see?
Okay. Welcome once again. This is the third introduction. We're not editing any of this because we keeps it real in Racist Radio.
Yeah. I thought we were canceled.
I think we have to pick a new name. We'll see if Erik actually wants to be part of it or not. I have my serious reservations. He has anxiety. He has like real anxiety, and also he really wants to have a job in the future.
I mean, we all fucking do.
I'm not. I want to keep the option open. I guess. I hope I don't have to. I mean, I don't care if I became a plumber. Who cares? You're like a racist plumber. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, just do your job, right?
Some jobs people do care though. They're like, oh, we can't hire you here.
That's true. That's actually what somebody told me. I was telling him, I was like, oh man, I'm so annoyed. There's this girl that thinks I'm fucking racist because I said this and this. And then he's like, you know what he said to me? He's like, so fucking what? She thinks you're racist. You're not hurting anybody. And I was like, I guess.
Wait, from the podcast or from just you talking?
From a podcast.
Yeah. Well, the problem is like but like everyone knows you're going to get hired and they like Google you and they see this thing they list. Racist. I mean, they're not. I mean, who has time? Who has time to go on your Only very few employers have time to go on your social media.
I don't know. There's this girl. So at my place, this girl was hired, or like she applied, and then like I guess one of the girls like did a deep search on Google, and like found her Twitter picture and just found a bunch of other information. So they have a picture of her before the interview, so they know what she looks like. And I'm sure a lot of places do that. Like I know there's police stations that when I applied for South Carolina, they made me add them on Facebook so they could kind of check out what I did in the past and what I wrote.
Oh yeah. Well, that's police. I mean, hello. I'm talking about regular. I mean, obviously, police are gonna do very deep background.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
God, you're frustrating me today.
I'm frustrating you. You want to tell me what frustrating? Yeah, the fucking mirror in your bathroom is pissing me off.
Why was wrong with the mirror?
Every time I pee, I have to like look at my penis and like it looks bigger and bigger every time. But the one over there.
Oh yeah. The guest bathroom.
Yeah, the guest bathroom. It's just a
giant.
giant.
You feel shame looking at your tiny penis.
It's not tiny. Actually, it's
getting bigger. My penis has definitely gotten bigger over the years. Like I'm 45 years old. It's gotten bigger just through use. You whip it around, like a balloon. What's a good analogy? Something that gets bigger over time. Like because it's like just because by use, like it was like
a fucking glove or
a glove. It's like a glove. Yeah. It gets bigger. You use it for 40 years. It's gotta expand.
Like a leather jacket or something.
Exactly.
Are you sure it's not just sagging because you're getting old?
Well, what difference does it make?
Tenacity. It's not holding up.
It's still bigger. Yeah, my tenacity is definitely weak. My God, this whole getting older thing is actually it was freaking me out, but now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna skip it. I say no. I've never been old before, and I don't like it. I don't like the look of it.
Nobody likes to look.
All these fucking old people, it looks horrible.
Yeah.
You're all wrinkly and fucked up and decrepit, and you're just waiting to die. It's horrible. Watching Fox News all day.
Yeah, that's terrible. So, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Alright, so, alright, let me just backstart real quick. This is so stupid. And it seems gay, but it's not gay. But, I was in a sauna at LA Fitness, and this dude, I was listening to my music, he tapped me on the shoulder. This is pre-COVID, so, don't worry. This is why we're all sitting next to each other. And, he taps me on the shoulder, he's like, hey. I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, let me ask you a question. Who invented time? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, bro, are you high? He's like, yeah, but, this is a serious question. I was like, alright, it's a serious question. And I was really thinking about it. And I told him, I was like, well, I think the Big Bang created everything. I mean, I don't know how religious you are, because I know a lot of super religious people, they don't believe in it. I'm super
religious. I believe in the Earth was created about 7 days ago.
7 days ago?
No. I guarantee your mic's going to fall. For our listeners, Johnson's mic is precariously perched on his rounded chair. What do you call this fucking thing?
Arm.
I'm like going to see now. It's on his chair arm, and I guarantee you he's going to knock it over at least twice during this podcast. But continue. I digress.
I'm not going to knock it over.
Continue about time.
Jesus. So, yeah, I was like, well, probably, of course I made a joke first. I was like, yeah, well, fucking Chinese people probably made it, because we invent everything. And we all laughed, and I was like, oh, well, seriously, I think maybe the Big Bang created time, since they created all of existence. And then so, I was just Googling it, and like the podcast with Joe Rogan came up. I think he was interviewing Ben Green or something like that. It was like an astrophysicist. He was talking about, his question was, what do you think happened before the Big Bang?
What did they say? What do they think?
Well, they were just they were giving different theories, like our Big Bang wasn't the first, or ours was the first, or some, different planes of existence. And then, so just recently, I think a couple of days ago, there was actually a news article that came out about that the Big Bang was not, there was stuff happening before the Big Bang. I didn't really I read a little bit of it, but I didn't really understand because I'm a fucking moron.
You're a massage therapist.
I'm just a massage therapist.
Basically I'm a glorified handyman janitor. I had to, we had rats in one of my houses, and I spent the past 2 days trying to fucking search and destroy and fix holes, and it's like a mess. But anyway, forget that. So the bubble. So I probably heard that podcast, and I thought about this a bit. I think they think that like this universe is like a bubble among many. So there's like it's like poof, but there's like many bubbles. But it seems like our universe is huge and infinite to us, but really there's just hundreds of billions and infinite universes popping out and having their own big bangs and whatever. But who invented time? I mean, time just seems like a reality that we live with, like gravity. Just like the Chinese didn't invent gravity, did they?
You don't know. We probably did. We make a lot of things. Yeah. So like that also comes in a question of have you heard of the Mandela effect?
Nelson Mandela?
Yes. I don't know the exact years of the whole story.
Wait, I think I have it. Tell me. Maybe I'm talking something. Go ahead.
So Nelson Mandela, I think he did like a revolution or something like that, and he did get in prison, right?
Yeah.
Imprisoned, and well, I remember there was like a
what was the revolution for? Let our viewers know how much not.
I don't know.
Are you serious?
I don't know anything. I just know that I just know the origin of the.
Okay. Mandela. All right, continue.
So yeah, of the Mandela effect, and basically he was in prison for something for a long time, and one day they celebrated the day of his release.
Right.
But a lot of people seem to remember that he died in prison. So that's where the whole thing comes from. That's where the debate comes from. Is that maybe there's a parallel universe, and maybe our universe is just a single plane. There's another one right above it, and sometimes they get fucked up.
They get crossed.
They get crossed a little bit, and so that's why we get confusion in memory, because we think this happened, but this really happened.
Yeah.
A good example, me personally, I know for a fucking fact, Andrew Zimmerman in Bizarre Foods. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah, he had a TV show on Travel Channel where he go around the world eating different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember clearly his name was Andrew Zimmerman, but now it's Andrew Zimmern.
Oh wow. I have a similar. I'm not sure if you did the exact analogy, but your point is correct. It was like parallel universes. I think maybe it was like everyone thought he was still alive, but he died. But you might be right. You might be right. But I had the exact same experience. I'm 100% sure, and my sister had the same thing, that the children's books about the bears is the Bernstein Bears. My whole life, the Bernstein Bears. It's the Bernstein Bears. I would get the books for my kids. It's the Berenstein Bears. How the fuck was the Berenstein Bears?
See, I'm telling you, this is real, and like people think I'm like there's a select few people that are like they think I'm a fucking idiot because I believe in this, but I'm like I'm telling you, like and the reason I knew it's called Zimmerman is because when the whole shooting happened with the other guy Zimmerman. George Zimmerman.
Oh yeah. Right. That's why I thought of that name.
Yeah. So when that happened, I joked around with my friend. I was like, oh, maybe they're cousins or they're brothers or whatever. And we're all just like, oh, you're an idiot. I'm like, yeah. And then like I watched TV again, and it was like Zimmer, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, there's no way. I know for a fact. Like, for another one is I remember clearly it was Sex in the City, and now it's Sex and the City. That's like a popular TV show.
No, I know that. I think you're wrong. I think it was always Sex and the City.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it was Sex.
I think I mean, I've had the same experience, but I really think it's most likely just the human mind is fucked. Like we have faulty memory, and we perceive what we want to perceive, and we're actually living. Like me and my wife can't agree on anything, and she sees the world so I don't know what world she's living in, but it's not the world I live in. But every once in a while I'm like, God, you're so dumb. What the fuck are you saying? But then we go back and check, and she's totally right, and I'm like completely ass backwards wrong. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck is happening?
Women are always right. Yeah,
This seems to be right quite a bit. It's very disturbing. Anyway, I had a cool, interesting experience. So I have my MMA fight coming up. It's like tentatively scheduled for December 19th. My first MMA fights.
Yeah, actually, it's a pretty popular thing, right? Because when I was in the gym, I did hear two women saying December 19th. I was like, what are the chances they're talking about something else, right?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, it's a big. I mean, it's a big amateur promotion around here. It's called XFN, and they're one's coming up in. I've been to a lot of their shows. It's amazing. I mean, because of my friends, or my teammates, or associates, whatever. I mean, people who I'm friendly with, but people who I train with, and they have fights. You go and we all show up, or at jiu-jitsu school, and it's like insane. The energy is so intense. Your friend, who you train with, is actually in a cage fighting for his life against some other dude. It's like craziness. It's so exciting. So I'm so excited to possibly do it. Fights get canceled all the time though. So you never know. You get injured. I just got injured today. I pulled my calf jumping rope. It was CrossFit. We're doing double under, so you jump really high and do 2 things, and I suck at it. I was just using no technique and all muscle, so I pulled my thing. Hopefully I can. Anyway, so that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I've been training, killing myself. I'm doing 3-4. I did 4 classes yesterday. I did CrossFit at lunch. No, I did spin at lunch, and then I did kickboxing at 5:30, CrossFit at 6:30, and mixed martial arts at 7:30. But whatever, I'm just a stud. Anyway, so the story though is I'm a very clever person, I would say. So when I find out who I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna find that motherfucker. I'm gonna Google him and find his videos, or I'm gonna find what Jimmy goes. So I'm gonna travel there and secretly watch him work out and see where his strengths are.
Yeah.
Because that's so important. If you know the person's a stand-up fighter, that would be awesome. I want to stand up too. Great, we'll stand up. But if you find the person's a wrestler, you're fucked. That means I would spend the next 2 months preparing for a wrestler. It's completely different. If you're a stand-up guy and you fight a wrestler, you're screwed. Unless you have the best takedown defense in the world. So anyway, I still haven't got to my story yet. I hope I'm not mumbling or speaking too fast. This fucking mic, the mics have to be close to our face to pick up really good sound quality. But I feel this mic is in my face. I want to look at you. I'm looking at this goddamn microphone.
It's just right in your eyes.
It's kind of annoying. Yeah, I may have put it a little lower.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope it picks it up.
I'm sure it's gonna be. Last podcast was good, even despite you and Erik sharing the mic. The GarageBand program. Oh, my! So good.
Just real quick before you get back to your story. There's a girl at work. She was like, "Yeah, the seems like the guy who wants to be the leader. He's kind of a douchey one." I was like,
"What
Greg?"
the fuck?
She was like, she said, "Oh, if we just take that guy out, just you, me, and Erik."
I haven't been a douche. Look! If you look at our camera, your ponytail is just in frame, but my entire body's in frame. Because I'm such a little asshole. Alright, so I thought I was gonna be leaning back here, but I got the pillows. Alright, so I'm at the gym, doing CrossFit, and they only have heavy weights and light weights, so I needed a medium weight for the exercise we're doing. So I go into the main, because we have a CrossFit room, so I go into the main gym to grab the weights, and there's this motherfucking ninja, on the mats with the punching bags, the heavy bags, and he was tall, ripped, muscular. He had a Combat Club shirt on. Combat Club is one of the big mixed martial arts gyms in Boynton Beach, and he was doing these kicks. He was doing these kicks so fast, and if you're into mixed martial arts, you can tell when someone's really good, because what he was doing, it wasn't hitting the bag hard. He was doing a front kick called the teep, and it was just so fast and straight, and he was pulling back so fast. But not only that, his hip was extending, so he was getting an extra 6, 8, 12 inches extension because his hip is so loose. And when I do those kicks, it's like a retard. It's the hip is decrepit. It's slow. My hamstring doesn't let my leg fully extend. I pull back slow. So I'm watching this. I'm like, holy fuck. And but I look at him, he's kind of my size, height-wise, maybe slightly shorter, but he's muscular, he's just this ninja. So I just go up to him, hey, I'm like, what weight do you fight at? And he had earbuds in, he takes his earbuds out, he's like, oh, well, I'm 160 now, and I'm trying to fight at 145, but I can get to 153, but it's really hard. I'm like, well, you can cut the water weight. He's like, I don't know, because he did seem like pretty muscular. Because I'm like 153, so it's gonna be super easy for me to make 145 pounds. Because I'm fighting 145. So he goes, yeah, I want to fight at 145. I'm like, well, how many fights have you had? And I thought like maybe it was a pro. And he goes, oh, I haven't had any yet. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm thinking about doing one soon. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, is this the guy I'm gonna fight? Is this the type of person I'm gonna fight? Some like savage, he had tattoos, ripped, my size. I thought I'm like losing so much weight, I'm gonna fight like a little midget. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
No, this fucking guy's just as big as me. He's lightning fast. His shins look like razor blades. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I texted my jiu-jitsu chat group, and they're like, calm the fuck down. But then, so at first I was like scared, because I think I had a fancy fighting some like kind of chubby, short doughboy who I just kick his ass.
Did you get to see who he looks like or no?
Who I fight?
Yeah.
Eventually, but right now it's
right now.
totally tentative. I have no idea who I'm fighting. I have no idea if I'm fighting. Just my coach is, my coach is a big coach in the area, so he. So he says we'll probably do this event. And I already like applied for the thing, but you have to find opponents. Like a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. So, so I was like secretly hoping to fight. Someone's just like or just smash. Not some alpha male fucking stud. So like everyone's like calm down. Then I like thought it like really made me think. I was like. Because I've seen my other friends fight at 145, and the guys they fight are fucking savage ninjas. The guy, my friend just fought at 145, he's a higher level, so I assume they got him because they try to like match people evenly, but I assume they got him a high level guy because he's really a great wrestler. He's won some fights before. The guy he fought was massive. It must have been like 164 the night of the fight, like gaining 20 pounds after he cut weight. Had tattoos all over his face. Huge. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I'm starting to think this might be the type of person I'm going to fight, because they don't really put people who aren't ready into like mixed martial arts fights. Especially this is a real promotion. It's a good promotion. They go from West Palm Beach to like Fort Lauderdale. They have big shows. They don't just put crap on. So first I was scared. But then, like, it made me realize I'm going to fight a real badass. So I'm like, it made my intensity level so high. So I'm like training so hard. So even if I fight that guy, I'm going to like fucking be ready. I'm like going to smash his face. So so it's cool. One hand it was scary. The other hand it was like, wow, I better like step up my intensity and get ready for like a real war. So that's my story. It took long enough, right?
Yeah, but like you said, one of the main things is that you said you were going to kind of do a little deep search on the guy. Your opponent. You're gonna see what his techniques are, strengths, weaknesses. I think that's definitely.
But I might not know. I don't know what I'm gonna know.
Yeah.
Like I hope I know soon, but you might not know till a month out or a couple weeks out. Opponents switch, people get injured. Like my friend, he had 3 fights scheduled, all of them got canceled. On the 4th fight, they finally happened. He was so exhausted because he was going through he's killing himself, getting ready for a fight. Then it stops, so he's okay. Then he has to kill himself again, so the date changed on top of it. And so by the time he got to the fight, he was so exhausted, he failed to make the weight, but they still fought. He looked like he was going to, in the pre-fight warm-up, he looked like he was going to fucking pass out. I was like so scared. I was like, Jesus Christ, he's so exhausted. And he lost. He lost a split decision, but he was so exhausted. It was like not even like him. It was a horrible weight cut.
Yeah, like I think, like, would you say you were 154?
I'm like 153, so I had the fights 2 months out, so I could get to 145 without even cutting water if I had to. But you don't want to do that. You want to cut the water so you're bigger the night of the fight. But I can easily cut 5. I've never cut water, but I heard it's not that bad, especially if it's like 5 or 6 pounds. Yeah. If it's 15, 20 pounds, then it's really painful.
That's insane, man. And you're like what, 6 foot? So it's like
5'11".
5'11".
I have pretty long arms, and long legs, so it's. Well, I hope it depends. Like a lot of these 145 guys, they're 5'9", 5'10", 5'11". So
yeah,
I might be the same size as me. I mean, they're not stupid either. They're not going in to get smashed. They're trying to win, be alpha males too, and trying to win. I hope I just fight some 5'6" doughboy.
I think the best thing for you is the ground game.
Wrong.
I think so.
What do you mean? Why do you think that? Have you ever fought with me?
I'm just saying.
My ground game is shit compared to my stand-up.
Oh, it is?
Some people say my stand-up is shit. But I'm more comfortable standing up, let's say that.
Everybody's fucking comfortable standing up.
Yeah.
Who wants to get on the ground?
Well, the people who drag you, my friends who drag you, the good fighters want to get you to the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta get to the fucking ground, man. That's what it is. You gotta.
That's not my natural. I mean, maybe that's the smart thing to do, but I'm just not very good. So that's just the reality is, I'm gonna spend the next 2 months. I've already spent many months, but focus on keeping people off me so I can stand.
Okay.
And if the guy's a wrestler, I'm just gonna exhaust him for trying to take me down. And then when he's finally exhausted, I'm gonna kick him in the face.
You better have really good fucking cardio.
That's my strength, actually.
Oh, really?
In the gym, like what I'm worried about is getting destroyed in the first 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You get dragged down and you can't do anything and you get choked. There's this one guy, his name's Ray Ramos. He's a pro fighter. He works out at Fight Sports of Deerfield. I saw him train. Unbelievable cardio, like world class. He did 5 rounds, I think 5-minute rounds, with a new person coming in every half of a round. So he fought 10 dudes who were fresh. He did the whole thing, flying around, didn't get tired. At the end, when it was all over, he did a handstand jump up flip from when you, not even like
a kip up?
Yeah.
Like from a laying down position, you're doing.
No, but not the flip. Just from just a handstand push up into a stand. Just not that flip. You land on your feet. He did his head touching the ground and he pushed up with his arms and did this flip in the air and landed on his feet. It was like the crazy. It's kind of what you're saying, but it was more. It was like a better one. It was like, whew. I was like, holy fuck. I was like, wow, this guy's awesome. But actually, and interestingly, when I had my 2.5 minutes against him, I was fatter then, but I was heavier, so it's hard. I was like 170, and he fought 130. He fought 135, so he was probably 145 then. So I was 25 pounds heavier. And my round actually manhandled him really easily. I just kind of sat on it. I pulled him. He charged me. I grabbed him, flipped him over, pulled him to the ground, sat on him. And I was like, wow, this guy sucks. He's a pro. He's fighting for the championship of a minor league. But then I did the second round, and he kneed me in the stomach, and I almost died. But the point is, he has amazing stand, amazing world-class cardio. He fought for the championship. He lost in about 30 seconds and not throw a punch. The guy fought through one punch, ducked under, dragged him to the ground, and choked him in 30 seconds. And I was like, that is what if he could have avoided that, he would have been amazing. He could have started in third, fourth round, he would have been dancing, killing this guy. But that's what I'm worried about. If I can survive the first 30 seconds, first minute, first 2 minutes. After that, my cardio is really good. I do spin class every day, and I'm even against the guys in my gym, towards the end of the class, they're getting really tired. So I'm always conserving my energy, weirdly. So I start dancing, and I start talking. I'm like, oh, he's tired, coach. And you see him, and I'm moving. He's tired.
Yeah, so honestly, I mean, I wouldn't want to get in a fight anyways, because you never know. Any Joe Schmo could fucking
That's true.
Stand up and ground game.
What are you talking about, a cage fight, or a fight at a bar?
Just anybody. I mean,
wait, anybody, or you're talking about a sanctioned fight, competition, I'm doing, or you're talking about a bar fight, or
Well, I'm saying right now. I'm just saying any fight.
Okay.
But
I haven't done any fight because somebody might pull a gun and shoot you in the face.
It is true.
And also, you don't know who trains because you can't really tell.
Yeah.
That guy is an incredible fighter.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And honestly, I like to think my ground game is okay, but to be honest with you, I don't know any chokes. I just know how to get out of shit. I've had a background in high school. When I was in high school, I know high school wrestling is not that great.
How long did you wrestle for? No, high school wrestling is amazing.
Oh, college is fun.
Well, college is obviously, but high school wrestling is very good. I wish I had wrestled way much further.
I think I only did 2 years.
That's awesome. 2 years is a ton.
Yeah.
So you know a lot of shit.
Yeah. So I don't even really know one choke, but it's
But you know how to pressure people. You know how to get stay on top.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so important.
I mainly just want to get away because I feel like Like I have a hurt neck, so I feel like.
Did it still hurt from your accident?
Huh?
Is it still injured from your accident? Or?
Yeah, it still hurts sometimes. Like sometimes I wake up and it's stiff, and sometimes if I just like work too hard or whatever, then it'll be a little bit sore. I mean, I guess it never really heals per se.
What do you mean? It doesn't. Oh, is there some like?
It's constant. Yeah, it's constant. Yeah.
When you probably died. Did you die for like a couple of minutes? And what happened when you died? Did you go to heaven? Did the lights come?
Probably. I have no clue. I actually do not remember the whole day. I don't. Yeah. So the whole day I don't remember.
So it was a car accident.
Yeah.
Smashed,
The car accident. I don't remember the whole day. So. Do you want me to start over?
Yeah.
So start over. Yeah. I guess supposedly I went to my friend's party.
You don't remember?
No, I don't remember. But this is what they said in court.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose they
were probably gay. All sorts of weird. You're probably totally different than you used to be. You were like a gay boy with now
Dude, there's so many weird shit that happened that like the police was like, what the fuck is going on?
Really?
So yeah, dude, so like my shoes were off, they couldn't find my shoes, my pants were off.
Well, start again. So you're at the party.
So we're at the party and like I said, I don't remember any of this. This is just what they say in court. They said I was at a party, we went for a drive and my friend's RSX. Acura RSX.
Car,
yeah, I was in the front seat. It's a hatchback, so it was the front seat. And there was like 6 people in the car total.
Oh wow.
So 4 in the back and then 2 in the front. Me in the front, and I had my seatbelt on. That's what they said. I mean, it makes sense because I always put it on, you know. And they were driving in the rain and they were playing around in the rain and I guess they lost control because it was a rear wheel drive vehicle. So they lost control, fishtailed, and then, of course, my fucking side of the car hit the tree. My head went through the windshield, or the window, and then hit the tree. So, yeah. So I ended up breaking my neck, and I was in a coma for a month.
Oh, wow.
So, basically, I remember bits and pieces of kind of like, so it's kind of like, you don't just wake up suddenly. You kind of like, you know, you open your eyes every once in a while, and you close it for like a day. You open it again, close it. You know, it's very slow for you to wake up. So I remember little bits and pieces, and that's about it.
Did you feel comfortable? Like, were you like, oh, I'll go back to sleep, it's lovely? Or you're like, this is strange and I feel scared?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, I feel like my brain was just blank. Like, completely blank. I didn't think anything. I wasn't scared. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't cold, I wasn't hot. It was just, I was just there. It was like, I wasn't thinking of anything. It was crazy. And from like what I remember is just a couple of dreams from when I woke up. That's really it.
Yeah. And then why would we tell that story? Because there's something else we were connected.
Wait, we're talking about my neck pain.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I actually got kicked out of jiu-jitsu before because.
They found out by accident?
Yeah. They were like, oh, you have to get a doctor's sign. I was like, I didn't have insurance. Then I was like,
why'd you even tell them?
I have no clue.
Well, next time, don't tell them.
Yeah,
but yeah, maybe. But yeah, obviously it was a little scary, super scary for jiu-jitsu when you're cranking on your neck all day.
So actually, when they first found out, they were okay with it. But then, I don't know, I guess the boss eventually was like, nah. Because what they did was they paired me up with a veteran. Mm-hmm. Someone that's blue belt, brown belt, purple belt. Because they know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Like, they didn't pair me with a white belt because they didn't want them to, like, be crazy. Yeah.
Right. So that's good.
Yeah, so yeah, that was good. And then they kicked me out.
Oh, but you told them maybe be careful on your neck because your accident?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
how, I mean, if you ever... That's a tough position for you to be in and for them to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this fucking kid's gonna die, maybe.
Yeah, they don't want a liability. I understand.
They don't, liability probably don't want you to die on the mat. Like, what if you, you're, like, lying there dead? Like, what the fuck?
That's actually alright, so, I've had 3 fears. So, I'm a massage therapist, if you guys don't know. But I have 3 fears. And 2 of them already fucking happened.
What?
So, my first fear was to have to take a shit in the middle of a massage.
Okay. And did you take a shit? So you left it, you took a shit like in your pants?
So I just went outside and went to the bathroom and took a crap. I know, and when it first happened, I was like holding it. I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna go. And I farted, and it was like, you know, those silent, but fucking silent killers.
Oh, it was that bad? It was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
the
so
client
like,
must be like, oh my god.
yeah,
it's
so
like a nightmare.
I'm sure the client smelled it. I was like, oh, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get some oil for you. Don't worry, just 1 minute. And I came back, and like, this is how I knew she knew. She's like, oh, are you okay? I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm okay.
It's not so bad. I mean, it happens. The best of us.
Second worst fear is hurting someone, like bad.
During massage?
Yes.
Ah.
And
Has that happened?
yeah.
Oh, you think you told me? Tell me. I think I remember.
So what this says about me does not prove anything.
It's okay. You'll never get a job massage again.
I'm a great massage
please.
therapist.
Continue, please.
I'm a great massage therapist, by the way. But I dislocated a lady's hip.
Holy shit.
I know, but I don't know. She's like, she wasn't even. I mean, at the time, she was very angry.
You just like yank it out. You try to like throw it.
No, I
across
was
the room?
giving her a stretch. But I'll tell you the thing. The thing is, when she told the paramedics was, oh, I dislocated my hip 3 days ago, but I did not go to the hospital to get it checked out.
Oh, so it's already dislocated.
Yeah, so it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault at all. You know, but it was just.
Yeah, of course, she didn't mention on her medical form
Yeah.
or anything. Yeah.
No, she didn't. Yeah. She's
So
like, yeah.
She did a general stretch and her hip really looked dislocated.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. I mean, and like I was legitimately worried, and then you know, of course, I had to say a couple of stupid things. I was like, oh, so.
What did you say?
I was like, is this gonna affect my tip?
You said that?
Yeah.
You said that?
And she was like, she gave me a look like she wanted to kill me. I was like, and I was holding a leg. It was out of place, but I was holding a leg. I was like, I'll go call the ambulance.
Wait, did you feel it was like totally like was like not connected to her body or something?
No, just like, if I would have let go, probably would have just flopped over.
So it just wow.
Yeah, so like I was holding it, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to hold
Did
it.
she scream?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but she was definitely a champ.
She took it like a champ.
Yeah. She
No tip though?
No. I asked my manager too. I was like, am I gonna get paid? She's like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, no. I was like, I got a family to feed.
Well, how long were you massage at the end of the beginning? Was it the end of the beginning massage?
That was definitely the end.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You get paid?
No.
Did the salon get paid? The manager just kept the money probably.
No, they just took it off the books.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing to do because you don't want to piss. You don't want to just play. They don't sue
she's
you.
like, yeah, we charged your credit card, by the way.
Yeah, we charge, and we put a 30% tip on. That's customary. The tips are getting larger and larger. So I go to Massage Envy once in a while. I'm a member, and the tip like they used to be like $20, $15. Now it's like suggested. The minimum suggested tip is like $35, and like go up to. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Because you know they charge because it's so cheap. You know, it's like it's like $60 or something for the massage, and they take their cut. The massage therapist gets their cut.
I don't think the massage therapists take a cut.
At Massage Envy, no cut.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
but
They get paid hourly.
Right, but they get like for the
Hourly only if they get a massage.
Right, it's like $20, $25.
No, they get like most I've heard of is 19. They started at like 12, 13.
Massage therapist there?
Yeah.
So it's their whole salary is tipped.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. But anyway, so yeah, I've been tipping well, but like I'm like at the end of the day it's like I'm spending $100. Like that's a normal massage.
Yeah.
So there's no real discounts in life, I guess, for massage. So I guess you gotta pay people. It's nice.
You went back to the Boca one?
Yeah, in Spanish River.
Is that the one where that lady fucking hates me?
I have no idea who hates it. Probably.
Do you remember? You said that she was talking about me the whole massage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell that story. Tell that story.
So I'm at the Massage Envy, and this lady, attractive, olderish lady, 40-ish or something. She's giving me a massage and very excellent massage therapist. But we just start talking, and she's telling me she's like.
Hey, don't say where I work though.
Okay. She's telling me telling me what a legendary massage therapist she is, but she used to work at this other place, and I'm like, oh, my buddy works there. I'm like, do you know Johnson? She's like, Johnson. She wouldn't shut up. It ruined my. You owe me $100, Johnson. It ruined my whole fucking day. She wouldn't shut up about you. How you sabotaged her. The whole place is sabotaged, and you took her massages and blah blah. They didn't have respect for her, and bibbidi bobbidi blue. She wouldn't shut her pie hole.
So, dude, she was fucking nuts. And like, all right, so I swear to God, I was the nicest person to her there. At the place I worked at, I was the nicest person. Everybody was fucking rude to her or to ignore her.
Why were they rude to her?
Because she's just a pain in the ass. She
did seem a bit like problematic.
Yeah, she'd complain about stuff, or she'd come in at like if her appointment was at 2 o'clock, she would come in at 1:59 and just fucking come in like a hurricane, just fucking, and she would like won't even, there's a board where it says what room you're in, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's numerical, it's easy, or you can just look at the computer to see, what rooms are taken or not. And she just comes in, she's like, what rooms are there? Someone make me towels. Rah, 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 rah. Basically, she always comes in fucking late. Either exactly on time or late, which means she's fucking late for the massage. So, she's just fucking nuts. And then she would never help out, ever.
Like doing what? Cleaning stuff?
Like, just, let's say we have a couple suite, right? And it's a little bit annoying, it's upstairs, but we do get paid a little bit more. Because we have to set up the room with the sheets. And
so what do you get paid? You have you got a part of the massage or hourly and then tip? Or how does it work?
Yeah, all three.
You get hourly and part of and a piece of the massage and tip?
Yeah.
It's pretty deluxe. You're in like the deluxe package.
It's alright.
The best.
It's alright.
The best of the best. That's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, but like, so we,
I don't really care about this bitch, but so, I'm interested in, I know a lot of massage therapists from school. And I know myself, and we met up. I think it was me, you, Lenka, John, and I had the feeling like, and also I met up with like Aaron and Jimena like a year ago, and I just felt like everyone was batshit crazy because like you're in a room, you're like in this quiet room by yourself, basically. I mean, if you're rubbing a person, and like it makes you like. It makes you like your mind is starting to like go bonkers or reach out for something because it's very intense work and then you're just super quiet for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel that? Are you well suited for it?
I think I'm fine with it. I
feel like when you're socially starved a little bit, so then you really want to talk to people and see people because it's like you're all this pent up emotion or something.
Not really. No.
You're a strange character.
I mean, yeah, like sometimes I don't like it when people talk to me during massage.
I guess they do talk sometimes. That's cool. Yeah, they talk. Yeah, I guess it's social in a way.
Yeah, I don't like it.
My one client, sometimes like it's cool you're talking, but sometimes when it's just very quiet, I'm like, fuck, it's so fucking boring.
And yeah, so like my mind wanders. I'm thinking the most ridiculous shit. Like I can't recall it right now, but like I always think of the most ridiculous things. Oh, actually I do remember one.
What?
So I was doing a massage and I was just thinking, I was like, ladies, don't fucking hate me. Or gentlemen, if you're a fucking feminist. Even though we don't need any more of that.
Or trannies don't hate him either for about what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a thought. You're allowed to say what you're actually thinking on whatever this podcast is called. Yeah. I'm not sharing the revenue with Erik if he's gonna be a little bitch boy.
Someone says that we should call it slightly inappropriate.
Slightly?
It's
Yeah, it's not really that. I mean, really, it's not that inappropriate. It's really not. It's just people are so
uptight and fucking.
Yeah, they're so scared to say anything these days.
Easily offended.
Yeah. Oh, like someone Trump was in the hospital, and did I tell the story last time?
I think so.
Oh my god, I should just be shot for repeating stories. And on Facebook, I was like, yeah, I hope he dies or something, and I was like, it was my honor to serve in the military, and he should live forever and live honor. I'm like, well, fine. You want me to say I hope he's fine? Fine. That makes you happy. It's like all the news were saying he's like a danger to our country. I mean, so what's another broken egg? What's another broken egg? He spills some milk to make an omelet, or whatever the saying is. Because you want the country to be safe. So if this clown, happens to die from COVID? Would that be the worst thing? To get a normal human being as our president? Even though Pence would probably make us all convert to
See,
Christianity.
like, I don't know, like, people, I don't know, I feel like people need to get the fuck out of the, oh, I don't like this president, so I'm gonna pick the other. Or, I like this president, so I'm gonna pick him. Fucking start following, like, basically what their policies are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't go by people. Go by
Right.
fucking policy.
I mean, that makes sense. Except I say this from what I'm hearing from all these books I'm reading and from all these former military advisors and advisors who quit. He's just a crazy person. He's like unstable. And you want a drunk. The analogy is, do you want a drunk driver driving your school bus? Probably this is a really great school bus with like GPS and maybe it has like some navigation capabilities. And we'll probably make it, but is that, you still don't want a drunk driver driving the bus. Just get a normal fucking person.
That's good. That's a good analogy.
Thank you. I copied it from someone. I have no original thoughts. All I do is copy Dave Chappelle. But
What was that saying? Alright, so the fucking thing. Alright, so you know
the ladies are gonna hate you. So about what? Give it to us.
Alright, so do you know the saying, history repeats itself?
I guess is that the saying?
Yeah, it's just saying.
That's probably not the exact right saying, but yes.
History repeats itself.
Okay.
Yeah, we've all fucking heard of it.
Okay.
And I wonder if they can hear the baby.
Of course you can hear the baby. Whatever this podcast is called, we keeps it real. That's good. We keeps it real. That's like a slang. That's like a slightly racist slang. We keeps it real.
Like, sorry, Mr. Chan, you're not going to be hired because
the
podcast is grammatically incorrect.
Yeah. They say like, oh, black people are disproportionately affected by COVID-19. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit.
Are they? No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well, listen to the news, okay? So that's what they say. It's probably true, but I'm like, no, it's not fucking black people who are disproportionately affected. It's fucking poor people. They happen to be black. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just
nobody cares what color your skin is. God damn it.
Yeah, it's like, think about how many black people are fucking like super duper rich. I mean,
who do you know? Who do you actually know who, like, oh my god, that guy's black. Ugh. Actually, everybody.
That says black. That, or
yeah, like you really think that, like, black. Like nobody cares. It's like it's about this. If a person's like put together nicely and successful, you're like, oh, great.
Yeah, I never really.
If you're just, I don't know. Maybe I am racist. I don't think so.
Yeah.
They say that the most racist people are the white school moms. They're the ones because they are the ones who, if black people move in the neighborhood, they leave. They leave that school district and go to a different school, and and all the wealth and all the everyone wants to be in the neighborhood with like the nice schools, and like it's the white house moms who are driving inequality because they'll move to wherever, so it's like a nice neighborhood, and if black people start moving in, is it black people or is it poor people? So poor people start moving in, they're like, oh my god, we gotta get the fuck out of here, because they know that it's like who you know and your connections and the wealth that success breeds success. I don't know.
Back to my fucking
story.
story.
That's pretty depressing.
Where was I? Right, so history repeats itself. So back in, I'm not very good at time sensitivity, but 1940s, 1950s, all the females, they were either house moms or housewives, where they were cooking and cleaning at home. They would stay at home.
Okay.
They weren't working, except I think during World War II or World War I, where they were nurses. And so, of course, then the woman equality came along, and then they got the right to vote, they got the right to work, they got out of the house, and slowly I see a little regression going back. There's a lot of women nowadays that don't want to fucking work.
Like who these women are talking about?
Just fucking bunch of women.
Where are these women? You have to be specific.
Boca. Boca.
Of course, who wants to work? I don't want to work.
Exactly, but I'm saying, like, but women fought so hard to get those rights, but now they're just fucking throwing it all away.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They trying to get their nails done and get massages. You probably massage them all the time.
Yeah, I do. Because, I mean, that's why I don't even ask anymore if they work. Like, what kind of job do you do? Do you do
There's no job.
Because what I mean is, like, do you do computer work? So I know what kind of muscles to work on.
Right.
Or if they do a physical job like construction or whatever. Or
A
electrician.
woman does construction.
The electrician, I've seen an electrician woman.
I mean, I'm sure there are many, but it's probably not very
Yeah,
common.
not
It's
many,
very
but-
weird that you would
but
ask
you
that.
still,
Do
yeah.
construction? How many women do construction?
Or if you're
Maybe
like
in
a,
Texas.
or you're a nurse, you're constantly hunched
Yeah,
over.
yeah, that's
Or
true.
a dental assistant, you're.
Oh, I heard that's the
You know what I mean?
worst. I heard that like ruins your back. Your
Yeah.
dental system. You're,
Yeah,
doing
because you
you're
have to
scraping all
constantly-
day. That's like
Yeah.
the worst.
A dental hygienist, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I asked that, and it's like, there's a lot of women that are like, oh, I don't work. I'm like, they're like, but I have a kid, though, at home. I'm like,
Well, she raised the kid. I mean, that's Ryan, my wife.
it's different. She has 4 kids.
Well, she also works. She has a private practice, but
And she works, yeah.
but it's. I mean, I would rather dig ditches in a sewer filled with shit than watch these kids all day. That's how hard it is. This is not my nature. I feel like, and it's more the nature. And maybe it's. I feel like it's more her nature, but sometimes she's like, "Oh my god, this is so frustrating." But I feel like she's more suited to watch the kids. And I'm more suited to mow lawns. I mean, it seems pretty natural.
I mean, it also seems sexist when I say this, but it's also because
It's sexy.
women have that femininity where they want to take, they have the nurturing
Right.
shit instilled.
Yeah.
So they want to take care
Not all of them. There's some women who don't do
of, yeah, there's
and
some
how
women that
could you-
don't. There's
There's
some
300 million of us in the U.S. So I mean, obviously, a lot of people are different.
Yeah.
And then there's how many people in the world? Like
8 billion now?
8 now.
I
Jesus
think-
Christ.
Yeah.
How many
And did you know that India is actually catching up to China? I think
Really?
they may, yeah, I think
Oh
they
my
may
God.
surpass
I'm
China.
definitely racist against Indians, no doubt. They all smell like chapati and curry.
Fucking racist.
It's not racist, it's just the smell.
Well, that is racist. We're saying all of somebody.
You said all women, so you're sexist.
I didn't say all women. I said a lot of women.
A lot. Okay, a lot of Indians stink. I don't know.
Alright,
I don't know any Indians.
You're racist.
I knew Indians back in the day, but they all worked at Indian restaurants. They smell like, I mean, the restaurants smell like Indian food. So anyone who worked there would have smelled like Indian food.
Do you ever want to travel to India?
No.
Oh, I think we talked about this.
Should we?
Where it's super rapey for women.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
might be raped,
Yeah.
but you probably won't be raped, but you might.
Yeah,
Like,
just
if
go
we-
with the group. Yeah.
So like if we were like, oh, guys, go to Peru. Go to Peru. It's amazing. You might get raped, but if you do the right things, you'll probably be safe. Like fuck that. I'm not going to Peru. No, I made that up. Obviously, I know Peru is known for its male raping.
I think it's New Zealand. You said last time.
So you have a good memory. That's right. My memory's getting better. I stopped eating pot gummies about a month ago. My whole life has gotten much better because I think I've been doing it for years and I overdid it. It's helped me sleep, helped me with muscle pain, helped me with like trauma. Like I was always remembering my childhood like every day. I was like fucking feeling rage because just remembering my childhood.
What's wrong with your childhood? Other than the whole.
Other than being a cult
Cult.
and then being screamed at and having no power and being horrible. Yeah, other than that, it was great. Yeah, so it's helped me so much. Maybe like the memories like disappear almost. Like they weren't even real. I was like, wow, it's just a memory. It's like not even real. Like, cause it happened 20 years. When am I gonna stop crying about my childhood? Probably my deathbed. Like, you fucking whore. You ruined my life.
I feel like everybody had like a something traumatic.
I know, you love your parents probably. Do you like your parents?
Well, I mean, yeah, I love my parents, but if I really do think back, I had a pretty sad childhood.
Really? What?
All right, so when you were a child
Mm-hmm.
and you got invited to a birthday party, did you get to go? Let's say you got invited to 10 birthday parties,
Yeah.
10 different children, same year, right?
Yeah.
How many of those would you be able to go to?
Probably most of them.
Probably most of them, right? Went to none.
Ooh, why?
I got invited all the
Were they
fucking
working
time.
in the Chinese kitchen?
'Cause my parents, they worked a lot, and it's just,
They
you
didn't
know,
have time to take you?
no,
Wait, so where you were home by yourself?
sometimes. I was,
Did they have a real reason? Or
Yeah.
Or you think they could have found a way?
no.
There's
'Cause,
no
like,
way they could have.
the weekends are the busiest, obviously, you know, just like for us.
Wait, so I don't really know. You.
Or for massage
Our two
therapists.
listeners don't know. So your parents ran a restaurant or something? I don't know.
They worked at restaurants and then they owned restaurants and, you know, back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they like really good cooks. You go home with like amazing, delicious food.
Yeah.
That's
And
so lucky. Oh, Me and my wife are not great cooks. That's an understatement.
Well, you guys
or
can
an
learn,
overstatement.
right?
What?
You guys can learn, right? Watch
We
some
could do a lot of things.
Yeah,
we could do anything, but we're not going to.
Watch some Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, I mean, I could become a ballerina, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do gymnastics. I think those guys are so fucking buff and badass.
No, I love gymnastics too. I don't like to watch it, but I learned to do a cartwheel like a year ago. It's so fun. I love it. And the handstand, that's for me. I do a handstand, do kind of handstands now a little bit. I love it. I mean, yeah, obviously it's not like incredible gymnastics, but I want to learn. I almost went to learn to do my kids went to a gymnastics place in Boca, and they asked in adult classes to teach the people, the guys were learning how to do flips, backflips. I was like, oh, that's awesome. But then the guy who taught the class got arrested for pedophilia.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
he was like he's the most friendly guy. We're friends with him. We were thinking of having our kids like private class with him. He was so friendly. And one day in the news, he got arrested and you're not sure what he did with the. Luckily, our kids only went to like 1 hour class. We were there the whole time. But he was doing like camp with all these kids all day, and they weren't sure if he. We weren't sure if he. Oh, the Amazon Prime people just came and dropped the package off. Thanks, Amazon. You're the best. I love you, Amazon. There was quite an attractive young black lady who walked out, so I really extra love Amazon. Yeah, so he got arrested, and they're not sure if he abused the kids or not, but he had tons of child pornography on his computers and stuff.
It's fucking crazy.
Crazy. I guess the tell was he was too good at his job. He was so friendly. When someone's too good, you know there's something going on.
Ah, shit, I'm sorry.
You're too good a massage therapist. Like, yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, just like that fucking, crazy, the creepy guy who comes back to me for 2 hour massage every single
He's still
week.
coming back? He's still coming back?
Yeah. Well, actually, he skipped this week, but he's coming back
How much
next
did he
week.
tip you? Come on, don't be shy.
30% of 300? Like 350.
$90? $100 tip?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Damn.
And he gives me
balling
cash.
out of control.
And he gives me cash. And
Do you declare that cash in your income taxes?
No.
You're
No.
going to jail.
But yeah, so like he's super nice. Just like you said you're a fucking creeper gymnast teacher.
It was so nice.
He's super nice to everybody. He's super nice to me. He gives gifts.
He's trying to
gives
stick
me
it in your
cards.
Chinese butt.
Yeah.
Well, they can say that the Chinese butt is super tight.
I feel like anybody's
true?
tight.
No, specifically Chinese.
Specifically Chinese? I don't know.
Small peenie, tight butt.
Hey.
That's common knowledge.
Whoa! Common knowledge, motherfucker. First of all, alright, so with that statement, you are saying... so with that statement...
Listen, just the facts. I'm only saying the facts. Facts first.
With that statement, you're saying... So, are you saying you have a big penis?
I'm not talking about penis. I'm not even talking about your penis. I'm not talking about Chinese penises. I'm saying it is a known...
You just said!
No, then I misspoke. I apologize. It is a known fact that if you have a small penis, you have a tighter butthole. That is like science. I just made that up, but I like it.
It's a true fact that I made up.
But Chinese people have small penises, therefore the butthole are tight. That's why he wants you so bad. He knows you have like the tightest little butt crack.
Maybe.
Pretty good.
Maybe. But those people that say your skin color means you have a bigger penis or a smaller penis, that also means...
Oh, no, that's
well,
black people.
Yeah, black people, when they say they have a big dick, that means their women have big vaginas.
Does it?
That's what they're saying. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Black women have ginormous vaginas?
If you're saying you have a big dick, you're saying your skin color women also have
But do Asian women have tiny little vaginas?
If you're saying I have a small penis, then you're saying they have a small
girlfriend
vagina.
for real.
Yep. You gotta dump your girlfriend. Yay, man.
I can't dump my wife, but I can get a little side piece maybe.
She could be
One
my
day.
side piece.
You son of a bitch. That's what Erik said. Yeah, I'm chilling with your wife. Okay, I was
Oh
like,
yeah, I was dying when I read that. I was like,
I'm like, where are you? I'm at your house. I'm chilling with your wife. Fuck you.
I was like, fucking Pornhub.
Yeah,
Bang Bros, that's what I said.
His pizza being I wish Erik would come. Erik is so, I think the three of us are so great together, but his anxiety, like, I just feel his anxiety is fucking, it makes me angry. But most things make me angry, so what the fuck does that mean?
Well, I had anxiety about doing this podcast with you alone because you may try to touch me, but other than that...
I may try to, I know, yeah, it was what it was, I mean, I was not worried at all, and I think it's great. But yeah, I guess you had some anxiety.
Yeah, like I'm worried that if I don't
Be witty.
be witty or whatever, just I run out of shit to talk about. To be honest with you, I have to think. That's why.
I don't think you do run out of shit to talk about. You have like an endless motherfucking well of stories. Like you say that, but I don't think it's true.
That's actually really funny. This one girl at work, she said the same thing. I was like, I don't like talking to people when I'm eating. And she's like, really? I can fucking hear you talking when you're not talking in your mind. I can hear the fucking noise.
Yeah.
She's like, you talk so fucking much. I'm like,
you do talk. Yeah, you do talk a lot for Simon. It just shows like we are so not aware of ourselves. We're just so like people are so different. We're on different wavelengths, and we're not self-aware. We're not aware of ourselves. I've talked to my therapist about this, and I'm like, oh, my wife does this, this, and this, and she's like, well, have you thought of that? I'm like, huh? I'm like, shut your pie hole.
yeah, so.
Now we got some dead space that we're thinking about.
No.
Witty, so I can't even.
Do you remember? Alright, so do you remember last podcast when I said that the super hot girl, she's smart, pretty, and then I just
right. The girl you're dating.
I feel like it's almost like a nuisance.
Yeah.
Homework.
So what happened?
But so I didn't get to finish the story because you were fucking interrupting like an asshole.
Well, that's what I put in them. I said Greg interrupts. At least I was honest.
Motherfucker.
All right. So what happens? Okay.
Oh yeah. So she texted me.
You just called me motherfucker.
She texted me. She's like, so I heard your podcast.
No.
I was like, fuck, because I was like, in the podcast I was like, yeah, she probably won't even listen to this. She fucking listens.
So she dumped your ass? No, she did more. She's like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker.
Probably. She's like, I'm gonna make you
think I'm
sorry.
Not think it. Well, you complimented her. I mean, you said so many nice things about it, and then you said you feel like it was homework. So, I mean, that was one bad part, but
like, what I really meant by that is just like, I'm a busy person. I'm taking care of my parents. I'm taking care of the house.
Your parents probably think they're taking care of you, I'll be honest.
I mean, honestly, well, they cook for me, so that is taking care of me. So we take care of each other.
Did they babysit you?
No. But, no, but like...
Do they still work or they chill? Are they retired?
My dad is working. My mom is actually... She's starting work again in November, supposedly.
Why November? Was she injured or tired?
No, the restaurant is not open yet, fully.
Your parents' restaurant, or they're going to work for a different?
They're working for a different restaurant.
Okay, it's not fully. Oh, right, because the COVID.
Yeah, they're only doing takeout right now.
Oh, okay.
So so my mom's not working right now. So she's cooking every single day, something new every day.
Delicious, huh?
Yeah, that's why I can't fucking lose any weight.
You invite me over to have some dinner one time?
Are you gonna drive that far?
Fuck yeah. I'll drive. I love delicious food. Maybe. I'm not welcome in your house.
We'll see.
If I keep telling little dick jokes, I'm not gonna. Would your parents listen to the podcast?
No, probably not.
They do. Like Johnson. He's good. Dad. Johnson, don't do. We said your dad is the most courageous motherfucker on earth, so maybe he's fine with it.
Yeah.
You escaped China to come here and have a better life. It's pretty goddamn courageous. Does he look like you? Is he like your twin?
People say he looks like me, but I don't think he does.
See, I feel like I envision like a very small, thin Chinese man, but maybe that's not all. It's like you, like some giant, buff, big head.
He's actually fuck you. Yeah, why does everybody say his head is huge? By the way,
why is everybody saying your dad? Yeah, because you have a huge fucking head. That's why people say your head is huge.
I don't have a huge head.
You have a fairly big head.
It's because of hair. Because of the hair. His head is like.
I mean, what about me? We compare heads. I'm pretty sure I have a small head. I think actually.
I have a small head.
You do?
It just looks big because I have a round face.
Yeah, it's round.
I think that's what it is.
Your dad's a massive head.
Yeah.
Massive melon head.
Yeah.
Cool.
And but my dad used to be super handsome before, and which is really weird because it looks like my cousin. My cousin I don't know if I told you, but my cousin he's like 6'4". He's in New York.
He's Chinese?
Yeah.
There's 6'4" Chinese people?
Yeah. Dude, I got the bad genes. Everybody's
how tall are you?
5'8". On a good day.
Yeah. 5, 6.5, fine, whatever. You're super buff though. That's good.
Yeah, I'm like one of a kind. Supposedly.
I mean, there's 1 billion Chinese people, so you're not one of a kind, but you're one of a kind in self.
Did you know? So I did a little, just kind of like just make myself laugh.
What?
So I looked up these numbers and then I memorized them, and then when I told you, I think about random shit during massage. So I was doing massage, and I was just like fucking subtracting numbers, dividing them. So basically, what I came up with was, if you look at all the Asians in the world, and you subtract Indian people, because you're not going to mistake that for a Chinese person, right? We obviously have very big differences.
What are you saying?
No, but listen.
Alright.
Motherfucker, you interrupt me again.
People look different. How dare you?
No, so you subtract the Indian people because they're obviously not going to be mistaken for Chinese people.
Okay.
So you're looking at all the other Asians, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Laos,
Right.
Filipino. We add them all together, you get a certain number, and then you look at how many of that is Chinese. And that number is 54%. Of all Asians, excluding Indian people, are Chinese.
All Asian-looking people, what we think of as Asian.
Yeah, Asian-looking people.
50% or
54% Chinese. So technically, next time, don't fucking go around and be like, hey, are you Japanese? Are you Korean? No, motherfucker. Statistically, I may be Chinese. Because I'm 54%.
Yeah, so 50%
probability of being Chinese.
Don't try to say, oh, are you like Thai?
Yeah. But like, I don't know the statistics for America, so maybe it may be a little bit different. But around the world,
so shut the fuck up then. We're in
no,
America.
but I'm just saying around the world.
If I was in China, oh, are you from Philippines?
Yeah, but I'm saying if you go to China, you're obviously gonna say Chinese.
Well, you gotta find the statistic for America because then that's.
But there's Chinese people everywhere. There's Chinese people in Brazil, Chinese people in Colombia.
There are?
Yeah.
What are they doing in Colombia?
I don't fucking know.
Are there Chinese people? Oh, I was saying there are Chinese people in St. Lucia. They're like taking over St. Lucia.
That's what he said?
Yeah, like, well, yeah. There's like big investments in. And I have a buddy who works on like boats and or he does boat lifts. And he gets his lifts from China, a distributor. And he said like China's like genius. They're taking over the world. They think like in 100-year increments, not like in they're just kind of geniusy.
I don't think we're gonna last 100 years.
The world? Yeah, maybe.
Not the way the world is going.
Alright, we should probably wrap this up because I have to take the kids to the playground.
It's only been an hour.
Motherfucker.
No, but, so I play a game online. It's called ESO, Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh my god.
so it's an MMORPG, and
What the fuck did you just say?
MMORPG.
What's that mean?
Massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
Okay, cool. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but on video?
Yeah.
Okay, I played
so it's like
when I was 10.
Yeah, so there's groups of people, and our specific group was like 12 people. There's like millions of
Are you like a wizard?
What's
your wizard name?
What am I? Stamplar, which is... I'm such a fucking nerd.
It's all coming around.
It's all coming around.
Oh my god.
I'm a Stamplar,
Okay.
which means Stamina Templar. Huh. So basically, I'm like...
You're badass
I'm
Templar.
fucking badass, yeah.
Isn't Templar like a white dude who kills people for not being Christian?
I don't know. This is different. Anyways, so I was talking to you, and I was talking to people, and I was like looking up stuff on my phone while they were still waiting for others to come in. And I was like, oh, so you guys look up anything? Because there's like a million items for the Amazon Prime special, or whatever, Prime Day special.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna scroll through a million items. So I was like, oh, does anybody know any good items on sale for Amazon Prime or whatever? And then some asshole was like, I don't go on Prime because I support small businesses. I was like, the fuck does that mean? And somebody else was like, oh, you're going to go spend your money on Amazon Prime, go give them money. I was like...
What does it mean? You don't know what it means?
I was like, that's what I'm fucking doing. Yeah, I'm buying something on Amazon Prime.
I don't necessarily agree with them, but I understand what they're saying.
Yeah, no, I understand, but it's like...
Yeah, because we buy everything. Like, before Walmart, Amazon's like the new Walmart. Before I grew up my teenage years in a small town in Iowa. Before Walmart came to town, there was a hardware store, there was a shoe store, there was every little shop that you think of to provide all the goods and services. Walmart came, like half of them just gone because they couldn't compete. It's destroyed like a way of life, and Amazon's doing the same thing. So it's progress for the human race, but it's just such a huge cultural tectonic shift. Yeah. Like tectonic, that's a big word.
It's a big word.
I don't even know what it means. Something about an earthquake.
Moving plates.
It's a plate, some type of plate moving. So it's very shocking, you know, that people have businesses, but I think it's a good thing. And it's, you know, 'cause why should somebody sit in a fucking shoe store all day? Let Amazon do it, and you go be a poet, a broke poet.
So speaking of words that I don't know if you really meant it or not when you said tectonic, you're like, I don't even know what that means.
I mean, I know what it means, but I mean, not really. I'm not like I'm not an earthquake scientist. I know.
So sometimes, like, I'll actually just say words in place of what I think is right. Like, I remember this one time I was talking about skin and how it bounces back, and so basically I used the word tenacity, and they were like, they're all making fun of me. They're like, did you mean elasticity?
Yeah, elasticity. Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure. And they're like, no, they're all making fun of me. I'm like, I didn't know the word.
You didn't know the word. Bounces back is elasticity.
And so it's tenacity. So I actually didn't. I was like, all right, maybe you're right.
Well,
I was wrong. So I looked up the word when I left work.
Okay.
And tenacity means fucking bounce back. Ability to bounce back.
Well, then you're right. You know. So technically you were right, but that's not the common usage.
Yeah, but
so
that's how you sound smart, bitch.
I guess you do. Like, start.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's smart. My brother used to do that because you didn't remember elasticity. You just picked this other fucked up word and it happened to be right. My brother used to do it all the time. He'd like say all these meaningless bullshit. And people who are I realize that people are stupid. They go, my God, your brother's so smart. I'm like, are you fucking listening? It's a stream of gibberish with no meaning. What are you looking at?
Is there a fucking ghost? Is
the
there a red ball?
The little kids under there? What?
No, the red ball just fucking rolled over.
A bread bowl?
A red ball.
Oh, there's a ghost in here.
No, I don't know what's
I gotta take my fucking kids to the playground. I think the hour is good.
Alright.
So you want to save one last piece? You want to save one? I know you're like flowing without Erik.
I know, right?
But no, if I mean, I'm, you know, we can do it twice a week. Or,
Alright, cool.
We'll do it again Sunday or something. Let's do it again this weekend.
Alright, so my sign out is the same thing as I said, but 2 or 3 episodes ago. I'm not what you want, but I'm what you need.
Ooh,
as an American, Chinese American representative, I represent Chinese Americans now. I'm loud and obnoxious. I'm fucking cursed, and I'm an asshole.
Yeah,
that's right.
So now you put the pressure on me to do a sign out. To say something weird.
I don't know.
All right. Welcome to Jamrock Boomba. Boomba.
By the way,
I failed.
By the way, I want Erik to teach me how to say, "Don't fuck with me, motherfucker." Oh, I know. Yeah, don't fuck with me, you motherfucker. And Saint Lucian, or whatever the fuck
is it Creole or patois?
No, but he did say that French people and Creole people who speak Creole do understand. So he says.
Do you understand French? Do you understand
no,
what?
he said that he does.
Oh, he understands, but can't really speak it though.
Yeah, because he says they're like kind of similar. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
That'd be cool.
All right, keeps it real.
All right, see you guys later.
Cool. Let us share, export song to disk. Oh, turn off the video, someone quick. Johnson, get up.